aktivis, energi, artis, disco, kopi, astronaut, akses, bisnis, Radio KUNCI.
You are listening to Radio KUNCI, and we are coming to you live from the IFA Gallery Berlin. I am Alia Septi, the director of the IFA Gallery.
Alex's involvement in the project is also because our past and present collaboration in Wasteland Twinning Network is actually a network that is co-directed together between Alex Head, Will Foster, Matthias Einhoff, and Thajib.
The Adata Island in Plovdiv in Bulgaria is a site which was profiled on the Wasteland website maybe a year ago or 2 years ago now. I was there to do a kind of a self-initiated residency for 5 weeks, which was funded but not official insofar as there wasn't anywhere to do a residency yet. So it became a project that was really about inhabitation and what it means to inhabit a potentially hostile environment, and whether or not it would be possible to produce new knowledge in the way that I would in an artistic studio in another environment, in an architectural, in a building. So that was really my kind of starting point. And I think within the context of sharing, there's a kind of inversion that takes place, which is to say that from a distance, I think we were talking about this yesterday, Dina and I, from a distance it's the kind of place where you can project an idea of it being a public park and being in some way made available for other people, being open to the public. Of course, in the condition that it's in at the moment, the closer you get to that space, the less you want to worry about sharing with other people. I mean, the last thing you really want to be doing, to be honest, is encountering other people in that environment.
Yeah.
Last week we touched the topic of the vulnerability of the sharing, and this week we are touching also the topic of the expectation. But when sharing is a necessity, and Alex, with your example, when you were talking with sharing with your closest circle, with your family, and Ferdi, when you were talking about the Ladakh experience, did you experience expectation? What are the difference on the expectations?
What kind of language and how to translate our intentions or our ideas to community. I don't think I found the solution yet. I'm, as what Alex said, being very cautious about our position as someone who come there. Yeah.
Often we wonder what happens behind those closed doors. These the vast landscape which we had once called Wasteland. Well, for me, I mean, a lot of what I see which are not called Wasteland are quite waste, because they're like very sterile. Like I find Malcolm very sterile, very uniform, very homogeneous, very quite lily white, and also sort of segregated, and therefore So I think the narrativity, the drama, the radio drama that one of the participants mentioned, and sort of details of these sort of that's sort of, I think, is a fantastic way to actually subvert this. No questions.
Same here for that comment.
I think I'm only speaking for myself, but I do recognize this shift that certain people within the intellectual left have described as the shift from the new left to the few left. And I do unfortunately think that there is an apathy within groups of people that would perhaps 20 or 30 years ago have become more directly engaged in politics and the struggle for space. And I think that there's, again from my own position, but I think that there's a sort of a dislocation through from various different effects of digitized information and so on with material space itself. And I don't think And I know that it took me a while to recognize the virtue and the value of space and of occupation. If you're going to have a space to speak from, if you're going to have a position to speak from, sharing on Facebook isn't going to be the same thing.
Aktivis, energi, artis, disco, kopi, astronaut, akses, bisnis, Radio KUNCI.